I asked numerous ranks what's something you wish you knew before playing Valorant, and this is how they answered.
Finding the right settings for your game. I wish I aim trained before playing the game or starting the game. Knowing when to buy and save. Learning callouts is a really big one as you get into higher ranks and actually start playing the game more seriously. Learning what kind of player you are. For example, like a duelist or a controller or a sentinel. Don't move when you're shooting. Very obvious, but coming into the game, it was I wasn't very sure about that one. Picking an agent to help your team win the game. It's not just about what you want to play, it's more about what your team needs and how to play around them. Knowing what agents are strong and which ones are not as useful in the game, and managing your recoil. You can't just go around spraying. Learning how to control it and be precise is very important.
Alright, it's Chris. I'll be voicing Gollum for this video. Basically, the first bullet point is the game is bad. Don't play it, which a lot of people would agree with. Moving on, insta-lock your character, fastest way to improve. If you want to learn one character specifically, then you definitely should be only playing that character. It's the fastest way to improve on that character. Moving on to the next one, the game doesn't like you and neither do its players. Be prepared for mental abuse, which is very true. You'll notice that a lot of insta-lock Jets, a lot of Reynas, they'll be toxic. A lot of people will judge you, they'll try and put you down when you don't deserve it. So being able to have that good mentality when hopping into the game is extremely important, especially if you're trying to climb. Moving on to the next, Deathmatch is your savior. Use it. I do agree with this very thoroughly. Deathmatch is very important. If you want to be a very good aimer, if you want to be consistent in your ranked games, then you definitely play a lot of Deathmatch. And the last bullet point says that Instalock Reynas are bad, which 90% of the time they are. You got the 10% that they're not. And then Instalock Omens are good, which is honestly really good because you have a team player, someone who wants to win, comfortable on an agent. That's very important and very good in the game. So if you want to be loved, you be that Instalock Omen. If you want to be hated, then you be that Instalock Reyna. The choice is up to you. Now we're on to me, and this is things I wish I knew before I started playing Valorant. Off the rip is one of the most known mechanics in the game, which is counter-strafing, is when you use the opposite movement key to be fully accurate when shooting. It's best when tap shooting. Obviously I learned that now, but it's something I wish I knew before I started playing the game because I think I'd be consistently top 500 every single act if I did. Same thing with playing Counter-Strike before I played Valorant. I played Fortnite before I played Valorant, so I think if I came from Counter-Strike, then I probably would be consistently top 100, genuinely. Up next, it's wish I knew how to properly clear angles. This is one of the biggest things that I still struggle with sometimes, even though I've been at the Immortal Radiant level for axe on axe now. I still think it's very hard to adjust and learn to every headshot angle. So having prior knowledge to the angles would be definitely beneficial. Now to the calming the wrist down. This is something I wish I knew how to do before I played Valorant because I came from Fortnite, like I said. So me being a Fortnite player before this, I was a very flicky type of person. But in Valorant, it really comes down to hitting that shot and being precise. But I couldn't do that, and I still struggle with it because I didn't come from a background of having a calm wrist. I came from a background of trying to be the fastest editor, builder in the game. Now the next point is how to have a calm mental and remain calm. I come from a, not to be TMI, but a struggle of like anger issues when I was a kid and stuff like that. So being able to keep my cool and not let things affect me, whether it's in the game or other people, it's always been difficult for me. I'm doing a lot better now considering that I've played at the highest level. I know what I'm experiencing. I have over 4,000 hours in the game, so there's pretty much nothing I haven't heard or seen. So it's easier to remain calm, and it's just, I know a lot of people like to get a terrible mental when they're down 0-2, 0-3, 0-4. They just want to FF and go next, but in reality, I've won games that are 0-12, 1-11, 2-10, and any game is really winnable if you have the right mind for it. Now this one is a very, very big one, okay? One thing I really wish I did is aim train regularly, and I mean regularly, every day, every night, a good schedule, right? Almost like a work schedule. The reason for that is because Valorant is, yes, it's a very big brain game, but in reality, if you have the brain for it and you don't hit the shot, then you're not winning. but utilizing my surroundings more is the bigger portion of this. A lot of my friends are very high ranked and or pros, and some of my new friends are now pros. I have friends on my friends list in Valorant that are like Leviathan Com or G2 Shazam. These players are very, very known, very good. They have a professional background. They've made money off the game. They're very successful, and the passion they have towards the game and being better is genuinely unfathomable. And the fact that I don't utilize that as much as I could ask questions to them. I could say, hey, like, how do you think I should climb out of this? How do you think I should do this? How do I handle this situation? Things like that. Those are the type of things that I need to ask more, right? Use my friends' knowledge and pro players' knowledges that I have to my grab would definitely benefit me a lot more than the current state I'm in. And last but not least, I wish I knew how to VOD review myself more and definitely more often. Once I learned how to VOD review myself and see my mistakes, I instantly became almost immediately better. But the thing is though, if you consecutively do it and you do it all the time, once a week, twice a week, you'll notice instant improvement every single time. So me having the capabilities and the knowledge to do so is very crucial to my improvement in the game. And it's Chris again. I'll be voicing Lamb's portion of the video. His first bullet point, just like many others, is that he wishes he aim trained more. He genuinely believes it's super important and necessary at any rank that you are, and I thoroughly agree with that. Aim training is something that could separate you as a player than a different player in a certain situation. You're able to put yourself in worse situations, considering if you have good aim, you're able to get yourself out of those situations. A plus to that is you're also very reliable in clutch situations. Up next, we have how to swing a corner properly. Now, I know currently a lot of people who still struggle with this. It's a very simple fix. All you have to do is VOD review yourself like I do to myself, and you sit there and you practice. Those are the only two ways you're going to get over it. If you don't see the mistake yourself, then you're not going to be able to fix it. And up next, this is a very good one that you rarely see. He wishes he knew how to swing with teammates. This is super crucial to win rates of rounds. If you're able to play a 3-2-1, swing left and right with your teammate, your win percentage will go up so much. The ability to play with and around your team is so crucial because it's such a team-based game, and a lot of people don't understand that. This one is very team-orientated, but could also be in ranked, is calling your swings properly. I know a lot of people like to just swing when you hear the bomb, but in reality, if you wait, maybe jump spot first, or you call your 3-2-1, there's a dramatic increase in the ability to win that round. So having the capabilities to call a swing properly with you, a teammate, or a random teammate can decide the factor of a round outcome. This is another big one, your util placement. That can vary from a cipher trip to an omen smoke. A lot of people have struggles to try to locate where they should place their smokes when they're attacking a site haven, for instance. Some people don't know to throw the CT smoke out more, or if they like to throw it on the choke, so it's harder for them to come out of the smoke. This is something a lot of people wish they knew how to do, and I'm glad that he put this on his list. But the best way to handle how to use your utility is to communicate with your team. If your teammates like to be aggressive, you ask, and they say, okay, put it further back so that they can't come out because they'll hold the CT swing. A lot of issues like this are just resulted from communication. And last but not least, he wish he knew how to lead a team, or IGL. And if you don't know what IGL means, it's in-game leader, which basically means that you're calling the shots. A lot of people don't like to be an IGL because they don't want to be held responsible or liable for a faulty play. And the fact that he wishes he knew how to lead a team or IGL is genuinely surprising. It shows his character as a person, it shows his character as a player. He wants to succeed, he wants people around him to succeed. Overall, I think it's just a very successful mindset to have, and it's very rare. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. If you want to see more of these types of videos, make sure to leave a comment down below. Other than that, I've been Chris the Cookie, otherwise known as CG Cock. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Peace, peace.